Hey there and welcome. So you're getting ready for a tech interview and you see it, that blinking Linux cursor. It can feel a little intimidating, right? Well, today we are going to completely flip that. We're going to turn the command line into your absolute secret weapon. Let's jump in.
Yeah, we have all been there. It just sits there, blinking, waiting for you. And it almost feels like you're supposed to know some kind of secret code. But here's the thing, it's not a secret code. It's actually a really powerful conversation you're about to have with your computer.
And in the next few minutes, we're going to walk through the absolute must-knows. I'm talking about the commands that pop up in interviews and, the ones you'll actually use day in and day out on the job. No fluff, just the core skills you need to walk in there feeling confident. Okay, first things first, you've got to know how to move around and organize your digital world. This is the foundation for, well, everything else. Think of these commands as your way of creating new folders, filing away documents, and just generally keeping your digital desk nice and tidy. So check this out. This is a super common workflow. You might start by making a new directory for your project with mkdir. Then you create a couple of empty files inside with touch. Maybe you need to move a file to a different location. That's MV. Or you can copy a file and give it a new name all in one go with CP. Want to see everything in there? ls-a shows you all the files. And here's a pro tip. When you want to delete something, use rm-i. That -i makes it ask you, are you sure before it does anything? Super safe. Each step is just simple, logical, and builds on the last. So your workspace is all neat and organized. Awesome. But now you've got maybe hundreds of files. How in the world do you find that one specific piece of info you're looking for? This is where viewing and searching commands are about to become your new best friends.
Just imagine a log file with millions of lines. You're not going to open that whole thing. No way. If you just need to see what's at the very top, maybe to check some headers, you use head. And if you need to see the most recent stuff that just got added to the very bottom, you use tail. It's just an incredibly fast way to peek inside huge files without slowing anything down.
Okay, but what if you're not looking at the beginning or the end? What if you're looking for one specific word, like error? Well, say hello to grep, your personal search engine for text files. This command right here, it's asking the system to sift through the system.log file and find the word error. The -i makes it ignore case, so it'll find error with a capital E2. And that -c tells grep, hey, don't show me the lines, just count them up for me. And boom, there's our answer, 5. The command found 5 matches. Seriously, in an interview, being able to show you can find and count data points like this so quickly, that is a huge, huge win. Now, let's level up our searching with the find command. Think of grep as searching inside a file, but find searches for files themselves. It's like a super-powered funnel for your entire file system. You can tell it to find files based on their name, where they are, or even, like in this example, when they were last touched. It's absolutely essential for any kind of system admin work. Okay, now we're getting into something really important, security. We're talking about the keys to the kingdom. Because on a system like Linux, which is built for many users, you can't have just anyone reading, changing, or running every single file. That's what permissions are for. They're the rules that keep everything safe and sound. And it all boils down to 3 really simple ideas. Can you read a file? Can you write to it or change it? And if it's a program, can you execute it? These 3 rules get applied to 3 different groups: the person who owns the file, the owner's group, and then pretty much everybody else. Now, this might look like code from the Matrix, but I promise it's just simple math. Each permission has a number. Read is 4, write is 2, and execute is 1. All we do is add them up. So for chmod 754, the owner gets a 7. Why? Because 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. They get to do everything. The group gets a 5. That's 4 plus 1, so they can read and execute, but they can't change the file. And others, they just get a 4, which means read only. These 3 little numbers give you amazing control, which is so important on a server where you can't have one person accidentally messing up someone else's critical files. So what happens if a file needs a new owner? Well, that's where chown, which just stands for change owner, comes in. With this one simple command, you can hand over the keys to the opt/data directory to a new user, Raj, and a new group, admin, just like that. All right, let's switch gears. Put on your doctor's coat, because now we're going to check the health of the system. A huge part of any tech job is being able to answer questions like, are we running out of disk space? Is the network acting up? Is some program going rogue? It's time to check the system's pulse. This right here is basically your system's dashboard.
With just a handful of commands, you can get a complete picture of what's happening. You can check disk space, see your network address, list every single process that's running, check the system load, and even see which network ports are open and listening. It's a full system checkup in like 30 seconds.
Here's a classic interview question for you. How would you find out which process is eating up all the memory? Well, you'd use a command like psLUX and then sort the results, and you'd get something that looks a lot like this chart. Right away, you can see Firefox is our main culprit here. It's not about guessing, it's about having the tools to find the actual data.
So what do you do when you find that runaway app that's hogging all your resources? Simple. You use pkill. This command just finds that process by its name and terminates it. Problem solved.
Okay, this is where the real magic happens. We've learned how to manage files, search for things, lock down permissions, and check on the system. Now, we're going to combine all of that into scripts to automate tasks. This, my friends, is how you truly level up.
And guess what? It all starts this simply. A script can be just one single line. The echo command does exactly what it sounds like. It just echoes text back to the screen. This is the classic hello world of the command line. It's your very first step into the amazing world of automation.
Now, let's look at something way more useful. This little script copies a whole directory, a backup. But look closely at the destination. We're actually running the date command right inside the file name. What does that mean? It means every single time this script runs, it creates a brand new backup folder that's automatically stamped with the current date. This is why automation is so powerful. It makes complex, boring tasks totally reliable and effortless. This is the skill that lets you go from managing one computer to 100. So let's zoom out for a second and look at what we've built. In just the last few minutes, we've covered the real core of what you need to know. We've got file management, searching, permissions, monitoring, and even automation. This is an incredibly powerful and well-rounded toolkit.
No, seriously, take a second and let that sink in. That thing that seemed so intimidating a few minutes ago, it's now a set of real, concrete tools that you understand. You now have the fundamental building blocks to solve complex problems and absolutely nail those technical interview questions. So, I'm going to leave you with this question. That blinking cursor, it's not a scary void anymore. It's a canvas. You've got the tools. You've got the knowledge. So what problem are you going to solve? What are you going to automate? What are you going to build first?